Grieving Mother? Wish you had a real name.
Your mind comes bearing questions, Watcher.
I had questions, yes. Let your mind speak for you. I shall listen past the words. You addressed me as a Watcher when we met. Do you know what a Watcher is? There is a slow chill, and for a moment it seems as if she is going to fade from my vision, as if she can't bear to be seen.
The title came unbidden. I do not know why I spoke of it. Yet it seemed the right mantle, a familiar one.
Yet I do not know where it came. If I have given offense, oddly enough it feels like she's not speaking to me, it's like she's speaking to an audience. The air takes on a curious edge, a chill, which persists for a sharp moment, then fades into a dull fear. If I have given offense, forgive me. Forgive me. You would know more than I. Have you encountered Watchers before? I do not know. It is an odd feeling. I do not know where it stems from. It is a word that arose when you saw me. It is said Watchers see much that others do not, and I have been hidden from the eyes of others for some time. Let me ask about something else. How is it that no one can see you?
Their eyes see, but their minds will not remember past the call.
I'm not sure I understand.
My face is like the call of a newborn, hiding the face beneath, and for my body, I am able to wrap myself as a mother cradling her child. I am here, as you see me, but to them, their eyes see only the cloak that I wear, a peasant mother, dirty, shabby, not worth knowing.
I see.
As a Watcher, you see more than others. To the eyes of most, I am as unseen as the spirits you share memories with.
How are you able to affect minds? I divert the flow of their senses down a different path, to a place easily forgotten. It is not unwelcome when one does not desire the presence of others. The surface of their minds register a figure, but the memory slips away. They see a woman, but there is no desire for conversation, no desire for any questions, and I have none to ask. I want to discuss something different. When we first met, how was I able to enter your dream?
I do not know. What do you speak of? If you were in my thoughts, I could not feel your presence, nor do I know what you saw there.
Ah, I didn't know that. I thought you knew that I saw everything. As she speaks, I suddenly feel an odd sensation in my mind, as if walking in her thoughts should be as if walking down a back street of merchant stalls, the claustrophobia of wooden shelves and canvas tarps made less oppressive by the sheer number of enticing vials and bottles that stretch out to the sides of me. I suddenly realize that whether she permits it or not, I could enter her dream and observe it without her ever knowing. And in response, my hand twitches. There is the feeling that I could simply pick up a vial, taste it, sample it, and keep the memory as my own. And suddenly, I find myself back in my present thoughts, though I was away for but a moment. She seems unaware of my diversion of thought. It may be one of your gifts, an ability to walk in memories as easily as someone walks upon the ground. Perhaps you'd like to hear of what I saw in your memories. A mixture of curiosity and fear wells up between us. She raises her left hand, the chiming at her wrist quelling the rise within her. She is frightened, but curiosity anchors her.
And what did you see in my memories? I would hear you speak of them.
The dream, the memory I saw upon meeting you, it was you helping give birth to a child. There is silence, and as my breath falls still, I hear the faint cry of a child in the distance, a newborn child, almost exactly like what I heard in the dream. As I listen, the grieving mother raises both her hands as if weaving, her wrists chiming as she does so, in a semblance of the gentle turning she provided while the newborn was crowning. To my surprise, I recognize the motions and the words from the memory, even as they are new to me. As she weaves her hands through the air in front of her, the child's cries grow still, yet the sound of the chimes weaves almost hypnotically into my thoughts. The sky seems sharp and clear, and I feel as if I am towering over my surroundings, as if kneeling atop a great pillar, just as she did in the memory. To my surprise, the grieving mother falls as if her strings were cut, and her knees crack hard against the ground. Her hands never cease moving in the air, the chimes echoing her movements. In a ragged voice, I hear her speak. The voice is that of a much older woman than the one before me. harsh, almost desperate.
Tell me what you saw. Show me what you saw. Where were you?
Her eyes, now terribly sharp and real, are filmed with white, silver white, like Audra. I was in the middle of a forest atop a great plateau. The sky was clear, mist blanketing the trees. As she kneels before me on the ground, she whispers to me hoarsely and even fainter with the distance between us.
The stone of the plateau. Its color. Tell me its color.
It was desert rock, copper-colored, arched, blasted by the sun. She leans back, as if looking back at the sky, but her eyes are closed, the film building on them. With a slow intake of breath, I feel time become quiet around me. I do not feel the memory. I do not know if it is mine, but her hair falls across her features again like a veil, and she nods, not with her chin, but a push in her mind. But thank you for trying. Maybe we can continue this another time. Never mind, I had other questions I wanted to ask you. I want to know more about you.
And I you. In asking, we reveal ourselves to each other.
Why are you called the Grieving Mother? The air seems to go still for a moment, and time stretches as it did before when the two of us first met. There is a wash of uncertainty from her mind, slowly shaping into questions. That swirl and do not coalesce. She does not move. She seems paralyzed, as if I have just wrapped her in a cold blanket.
That is a question for you, not I. That is not my name, although if you wish to hang the title on me, I cannot stop you. Is that what you see when your eyes fall upon me?
So, I named you? As a watcher, you may see what I do not, or your mind shapes the thoughts I projected to a new meaning. There is truth in that title, but it is not all I am. So what do you grieve, then? You must have felt it, seen it. It has many names as the pain it has caused. As the words take shape, they seem to tumble from her, and the wave is great, rushing into my mind. To my surprise, I feel as if I've been touched by the bivouac again, and behind it, cutting through the torrent like a knife, are the thoughts of the Grieving Mother. There is a wound cut across the belly of the world, a jagged knife that has stripped the stems from men and carved furrows across the wombs of women. There is much I have forgotten, but I can feel the wound all around me. It will not let me rest, not let me be. The children have gone silent, yet their voices may be heard again. Are you speaking of the Hollowborn? The word. There is slowness of thoughts, as if the word is being weighed, accepted. It doesn't feel natural to her. I can sense it. Was once unknown to me, as was much of what unfolded in the outside world. When the curse came upon us, I thought it a smaller thing, a thing of communities and hearths. Her thoughts seemed to stumble, as if on weak legs. It was only when I walked did I feel it stretching out around me in all the cracks of the world. Children have been cursed. I do not think it was something they caused, nor something deserved. That which is inside them has been torn away. I do not know how, but this wound must be stitched closed. The world bleeds forth from between a woman's legs, as if this blood is not stemmed, the world will die and grow quiet. Do you know its cause? There is a desperation, a welling fear. I can almost feel her thoughts shivering, and I realize she is as lost as I am on the matter, and then a sudden sharp clarity. I shall know it, through you. Your eyes will track the cause, find the path, and I will be beside you. There is no wound that cannot be healed, and if you are truly a watcher, then this wound may be seen for what it is. You saw me where I hid. Whoever's hands have stilled the world, you shall see them too. And if there's no way to heal it, what then? I will be there, and you will do what must be done. You were given your sight so that you may watch the world, and you will tend it. The children shall have their voice again. If your will is weak, then I shall strengthen it. Lean upon me. I feel a weight in her words, as if her hands are on my shoulders. I feel the questions in my mind lose their edge and become merely words, as I lean upon you. You shall be my eyes, as I shall be your hands when the time comes. What do you think of the Durwood and the Empire? Those titles are markings on a map and channel people's minds in violent directions. Such things are a threadbare blanket cast over the world where men and women seek more importance than simply being. How do you see the world, then? The world is a field of souls tilled by Barath's wheel. The thought of cultures and territories do not concern me. The sowing and harvest of the field does. Brass wheel has slowed, perhaps stopped altogether. Whatever words, titles, laws, and blades not devoted to carving away the harm, or healing that wound, holds little importance to me. There's something else I would know about you. I welcome your questions. It is a strange sensation after so long. Where are you from? There's a slow chill, and for a moment it seems as if she is going to fade from my vision, and then there is the sound of the chimes bound on her wrist as she reaches out to the air in front of me, as if grasping it, then pushing it aside. I have traveled far, so far that even the memory of such a place is distant. Past the words, the chime echoes in my head, and it seems to echo again, as if falling down a long stone crevice, and never reaching the bottom. The chill persists for a heartbeat longer, then fades. The memory is lost, but I do not feel as if the memory I hold is the same as home.
And I you. In asking, we reveal ourselves to each other.
I'll ask about your memories again in the future. Let's continue our journey for now.
Right.
Midday. Let's go back, see if we can open up that door. Upon thinking of my memory before that machine that the lead and key used, I don't think that that was actually me that in a previous life that did that. I think I was seeing through one of the lead and keys agents from his soul before
Looks
he
like
died.
blood, and lots of it.
Okay, so we've found a new area down in the labyrinth below the village. This could be... I unlocked it. This could be what we were looking for. Blood pool. As I approach the blood pool, this viscous liquid churns and bubbles. I feel essence rising to the surface, reaching out to me, whispering. Someone should clean that up. Ugh, who would create such a vile thing? A place of death. We should not linger here. A bubbling cauldron of Skaen's hateful seed. He may be sniveling and cowardly in his ways, but he has never lacked for focus. Sagani peers at the bubbling pool. This is the work of something foul. We should keep moving. I'm gonna have to read it to see what happened. I'll at least try. Extend my soul to the blood pool. The faint whispers resolve into a cacophony of voices. I imagine myself surrounded by 100 men and women. Their naked flesh is scourged and bloody, or skinned and covered with flies. Their eyes are missing, replaced by glittering black stones. The voices cry out in unison. What's this? Another soul come to rage and burn, or merely to watch? You may be a long time awaiting. Our work today is already finished. Who are you? A woman's voice replies. Nobodies, serfs and thralls and whores, used and thrown away. Almost all we had was taken from us, but what little remained we gave here. They hover at the soul's edge, feeling me out. Our fury burned within us, unquenched and unfed, but hate can be fashioned into a weapon by those willing to pay the price. Another voice speaks. In life we were weak, but in death we made a choice. Choice carries power. What kind of power? A voice cackles. If you must ask, then you have never had need of revenge. They probe at the boundaries of my soul, exploring my essence. It is a shame there is nothing in you we could use. The soul sinks back into the pool. Hold, I would know what you've done here. The pool itself begins to ripple with the sound of dissonant chorus of perverse laughter and rakes at my ears. The lapping blood stirs a large metal cage, half submerged in the center of the pool, and it creaks loudly as it rocks back and forth on a rusted pulley, as if in answer to my question. Wait, let me ask you more about this place. The time for questions is over, Watcher. The blood pool is still.
Yeah.
But there's bodies here, not just blood. This corpse has bent forward as if watching her life's blood trickle away. Aelys is an elf, so I have to look for a female elf. Blood congeals under the corpse of this slashed throat. Under this corpse's slashed throat. A crude symbol has been painted on the canvas and streaks of something that looks like blood. This is pretty horrible. The man's arms are cut open from elbow to wrist. What's... This an area we've been to? No, it's not.
Huh?
I've been just in a report from the steward. Kid knew it was going to be attacked in 4 days. Band of cutthroat bandits has been seeking lurking through the outer force of Cadnua. They will be striking soon. What is this? The pool of blood is still and quiet now. I probably could have asked something better. Just the first thing that came to my mind was power. This is the door we couldn't open.
I've got it. I've got it.
I still can't open it. Okay. Scout ahead. Nice big trap right here.
Finished.
Hopefully Aelys has not been put there. I didn't see any female elf. Cryptmaster's Key. Final Journal of Jonas. That's the same thing. They have that everywhere. Skaenite Scripture? Burn. Feel thy hatred twist within thee. Feel thyself on its bile. Sustain thyself in its anger. This hatred, this bile, this anger, these shall be the tools for thy rebellion. Let thine heart seethe. There is no satisfaction in open confrontation. Hide thine hatred. Let it grow that it may fester. Make thy plots in secret. The quiet slave stays in the shadows. His face seeks not the light. In darkness doth he work. In darkness doth he move. Rebel against those that seek to control thee. Rebel against those that seek to remove thee. He is a coward, this god. This cabinet is finely crafted from a rich, deep rich wood. However, many of its shelves are broken from years of rough use. Well, I have another key. Where is Aelys? This is a whole new area we weren't able to get to before. Another guard over there. Oh, I almost walked right on top of it. This guy's gonna see me. Move, move, move. I can't seem to disarm that trap.
Yeah.
We've been spotted. Attack! That was quick. There's a guard over here. Attack.
Let's go.
There's no traps in the way. Small wicker statues and black stone eyes are placed between the flickering candles.
Keeping quiet.
Another vase there. Garnet. Okay, there's some kind of one of their fanatics again is in here. Attack! This is too easy.
Huh?
Oh, another one coming behind, guys.
Huh? Right. Steady does it.
Lockpick, more copper pound. Loot this corpse. Let's go back out way we came.
Worth a look.
Almost walked right over it. Can't disarm these things beyond my skill level. Whoa, another one. At least I'm catching them. I don't know how my party's gonna go around there. It's a Skaen sentry. There could be more in there though. Okay, so I'm waving to them to come one at a time.
Hey.
Ready, Watcher.
It's not gonna be easy. Watch out for the trap.
I'm ready.
Okay, we've been spotted.
Let's go! Yeah.
This elegant vase is cracked and chipped. It looks like an antique from Aedir. Another door. Locked. Use the master crypt key. If she's gonna be anywhere, it has to be here. There she is. A large, bull-necked man in a hood helps a young elven woman down from a glass chamber connected to a dizzying array of cables and machinery. Her skin and clothing glisten with fresh blood.
You may feel a little lightheaded for the next hour or two, but that will pass. Have a meal and get some sleep when you return to town. The transfusion.
What? What are you doing to her?
The transfusion will be smoothest if you relax and rest. The implanted essence already has a hold on your mind, so fighting it will be useless. And I hope our new visitor does not complicate matters overly.
What's going on here?
Subversion. The black sheep cousin of justice. Or haven't you heard Lord Heron's tale of woe about a missing daughter and an impending marriage? He's sent his soldiers to scour the village while he bides his time at the Dyrford Inn.
Yes.
I don't expect you to understand what I'm doing. Neither the rituals of Skaen nor the labors of animancy meet with much approval in polite society. But unsightliness reminds polite society that there are limits. When no one pays attention to the excesses and debaucheries of a lord, you give them something they can't look away from.
Aelys Set is pregnant.
And from your tone, I take it you don't know the circumstances of the child's conception.
No.
Lord Heron's been telling everyone she's his daughter. He brought her all the way out here just to avoid anyone who might know differently. She's his niece, and she's carrying his child.
Wow. Sigani's eyes are bright white orbs against her face paint. Her own kin? Her voice grows quiet. I know how I deal with that one. Are you sure? That just seems a bit far-fetched.
Easy to disbelieve. Easy to look away from something this ugly and question what you saw. And that's how he's gotten away with it so far.
So is he behind all this as well?
Heron's own wife's delivered nothing but Hollowborn. Now he's got no heir, and his sister's child, Aelys, is reaching the age to marry. Without progeny of his own, Heron's legacy would pass to her issue. So, he found a way to continue his own noble line by putting his child in this girl, his own niece.
You didn't have to resort to violence. Somebody would have helped Aelys.
And yet, no one did. Not that innkeeper who wasn't above taking his lordship's coin. Not Heron's attendants who must have known. Not even his wife, the poor girl's aunt. Depravity like this doesn't happen, but that people allow it. This is the truth that decent folk don't want to see. Sometimes you need excess to fight men like Heron.
Okay, what he's doing is depraved, but what you're doing down here is a million times worse. Sacrificing all these people. What did you put inside of her?
This isn't just about Heron to the girl. It's about the corrupting influences of power and wealth. How people of privilege, people like Heron, are so often insulated from the consequences of their actions. The charged essence of dozens of maltreated slaves and underlings is already taking root in her mind. Once it's established, it'll drive her to murder her uncle, her aunt, and anyone foolish enough to get in her way. People won't be able to look away from Heron's sins then.
Seems like a lot of trouble to go through when a simple lynch mob will do. They don't get a lot of things right, but this kind of thing they know what to do with.
I do not wish to destroy Nestor Heron. I wish to end his entire rotten line. His name will become a curse among strangers. The deeds of his house will be eclipsed by his ruin. Foes will hear his name and shudder with pity. And any relatives who should survive him will abandon their fortunes just to rid themselves of the association. You're hot-blooded, willful, but there is no room for mercy and vengeance.
Watcher, do not let this girl and her child become fodder for revenge. Let me touch her mind. I can free her from this snare, as well as from the memories that hold her captive. Do it. The Grieving Mother bows her head. Thank you, Watcher. I feel her reach out, persistent yet gentle. Aelys does not move, but the Grieving Mother trembles with exertion, and the air around her rings with the sound of chimes. At last she collapses, her energy spent. The strain throbs in her mind. For just a moment, Aelys' eyes close. When they open again, her expression is blank, but as she takes in the scene before her, me, Wymond, which is this fellow, with the machinery in this strange dark room, her confusion turns to fear. She lets out a choked cry.
Kill them. All of them. If she can't destroy Heron, then we can destroy his legacy with her.
Battle is started. Take this scarab. It's a tougher fight than I first thought. That's it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's one more here.
Yeah.
It's tough at first.